You. Mm-hmm. You give life. You are love. You bring light to the darkness. You give hope. You restore every heart that is broken. Great are you, Lord. It's your breath in my lungs. So I pour out our praise. We pour out our praise. It's your breath in my lungs. So I pour out our praise to you, only you. I just love this song. It's God bread I'm using this morning. You give life. You are love. You bring light to the darkness. You restore every heart that is broken. Great are you, Lord. So today I am coming on because I have a nephew-in-law that really wants to be a soldier, but every time that he tries the tests, do medical, he's never successful. And I'm here today to encourage him, to encourage others that choose a career, want to do something in life, long to help you to survive, to help provide for your family for the future. But if you're seeing where you're trying it and it's just not working, you have people been going to university for years upon years and they just don't know what they want. This is my opinion. Just step back, sit, relax, analyze everything. See what you're best good at. If you love to talk to people, then you could be like a counselor, a teacher. If you like to help, care for people, you could go in the health profession like a healthcare aide, a nursing assistant, a registered nurse, a practical nurse, because you like to care for people. So you have to see what your compassion is, what you like to do, and it will make you have an idea of what career to pick. And sometimes we want to choose something and maybe that's not what God wants. Because as for me, as a child of God, I believe God have planned for us. Because in Jeremiah 29 verse 11, it said, I know the plans I have for you, declare the Lord. Plans not to harm you, but to bless and to prosper you and to give you a hope and a future. So if you're struggling in something, sometimes it can be the plan of the enemy attacking you, attacking your plan. But as I said, analyze and see what you love. See what your compassion is all about. See what's your joy doing. Because I love to talk to people, I love to counsel, so I know I could be a counselor. When back home, I used to be in the health field, but I never used to care for people. I just used to do administration work. So I was a clerk, so I talked to people, motivate people, and then the opportunity came up for me to train as a nurse. And for me, I'm not going to discourage anybody that want to be a nurse, but my road to be a nurse, it was very, very hard, and I'll do some more on that regarding my nursing transition from being in a business ad and end up in nursing. But I know I always love to care for people. I'm always taking care of my niece and nephew. So that was a part of me all the time. But coming into nursing is really hard. But I said I will do another video on that. So I just come on to say I'm encouraging my nephew-in-law. Don't give up. Don't be discouraged. Don't let, because you didn't get through in the soldier career. Yes, you will feel disappointed, but don't get too depressed, too down, and then let depression take you over, that you can't focus on anything else, and like you have no hope and want to do nothing else. So I'm just here this today just to encourage any young person, maybe adults sometimes too, because sometimes some person didn't make a good choice earlier on, and things change, they settle down, and they decide to do something, better their life, better their family life, because people make mistakes and do, change from it, learn from it, become better person. So I'm really here to encourage any other young person, as I'm here to encourage my nephew-in-law. Don't give up. Just as I said, I always believe in trusting God, seeking God, watch his direction, see where it's going, and you will know where he wants you to do, where it's leading you, and what he wants you to do. So that is just what I'm here on today to talk about, because I feel that I need to say something, because a lot of persons is struggling regarding what to do as career. And sometimes you do some career, and at the end of spending how many money, thousands of dollars, making sacrifice, bungle up together, can't eat what you'd love to eat lower meals than you would eat, just to get the career, and then when you're finished, you're not able to get a job in that career, whether it is fault of society or fault of not being accepted, right? So a lot of things can happen, but I'm just encouraging, don't give up, don't be disheartened, continue to push what you want. And if one door is not opening, watch and see the next door that God is opening for you. But there's nothing impossible for God to do for you. And as I said, sometimes I know the enemy might come and try to distract us from the plan that we have. But if you know God, for instance, for me, I was active in my church, and sometimes it seemed like I was running away, but I see where God opened the door and I get the opportunity that I could use my nursing overseas. So I look at to say that is the promise of God. That's what God wanted for me. So it opened up the door for me. So I'm just encouraging you. Just be strong, be courageous. Don't give up on your plans, on your dreams, on your future. God is not through with you yet. Just please be patient with God and watch him work. Watch him come through for you, and then at the end you will rejoice. You will have testimony. You will share with others. Oh, you struggle to make a choice of career, but at the end you become a minister of God. You become a pastor. You become a counselor. You become a teacher, a pharmacist, maybe a lawyer that want to help family. So there's so much that we can do, but God have the last talk. God know what he have in store for us. So it's not what we want sometimes, what God have in store for us. So I'm just reminding about Jeremiah 29 verse 11. For I know the plans I have for you, said the Lord. Plan not to harm you, but to give you hope and a future. So that's what God have in store for us. So just today, I'm just encourage someone. Just push and continue to be faithful to God. Because when you're faithful to God, I believe he will always come through for you. He will always make way. And he will always open the impossible door. Because I have a lot of testimony to share. That what I've been through being overseas is not easy, coming from your Caribbean country, loving and kind. No matter what they said, we are loving and kind people. When you come to abroad, it's really totally different. Although it's multicultural, it's multi-shock. But, nevertheless, God has been good. God opened you and provide for me. So just encouraging you, just be strong in the Lord. So today I'm just saying bye. You have a blessed day. Take care now.